jumped out early. Might be causing some trouble for the teams on the West Coast. We're going to see what happens. It's another fair playing, and really, second to last game of the day.
All right, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Time to head over to our commentary team. It's not just our D-man, but it's our Sims.
Thank you very much, guys. Just a D-man and a Sims. There is technically only one of us.
Acalaris.
Actually, there's going to be more than one Sim soon. It's coming. It's coming. But anyway, let's talk about PUBG. As you mentioned, it is more of a West Coast sort of setup this time. So the East Coast teams are going to be congested and fighting for those vehicles. We might see someone getting run over. We see the circle come down already, and it's a very similar sort of area to the last round. Sosnovka again, just partially in there, which means it will be predominantly a northern run. Dimash, I think he's lost his run key, boys. He's going to go line wait. Uno picked up a pistol. As long as it's not the deadly P92C, it should be okay.
He's just going to chill. Everyone else continue to loop, but the M16 with no arm, and that's an easy 1, 2, 3. And then just go beat him down. There's no other players around. Just get your fists out and knock him out. Go on.
Do it. You know you've played a lot of PUBG, right?
Yep.
When he literally just tapped and stopped. He didn't even bother carry on shooting because he's like, yeah, you're dead, mate. What? Just knew already.
Oh, okay. We're in a fiery building down on Millie. I get a bit confused then. I thought it was like some sort of different game. It's one of those, well, where you're at that kind of state.
Oh, there we go. We knew we were going to see a couple of run over. So Marco gets bounced off the buggy. Really, mate, you're just delaying it. Yeah, just going to punch you, finish it. So,
it
sucks. It sucks. He's going to have another hour sat waiting, watching.
Press F.
Yeah, press F for respect.
I think it's going back to what you mentioned about, being able to that point when you drop instantly, and this is why the shotguns are such an absolute pain in the ass when you drop really. You do a hot drop because you've got no armor whatsoever. It's like you've got to be the luckiest person in the world to go in a building and there be level 1s and a gun instantly. It happens, don't get me wrong, but 9 times out of 10 it's like, he don't know I'm here, he's got no idea, he's got no armor, I'm just going to drill him, and he's down.
The knock-on effect of Isuba dropping down here and G2 sort of in and around here, coming in, taking vehicles, stealing everything away, is that Crew have not gone down to Primorsk. They've not had a chance. So Crew and Jokers are both sub-looting the Ferry Pier sort of split area. There's not a lot of loot to be had there. Isuba has said, screw that, we're not going up to Zaki. We're going to loot Gatka along with Fenerbahce. So teams are going to be coming really low looted into this area. You're talking about it before, obviously, sometimes, sometimes it can benefit, sometimes, especially in this sort of area, the circle we've got once again, you're going to be pretty much hillside combats or maybe compound-based. You're not going to get a chance of relooting at any of those times. It's not going into a city. You're not really, unless you absolutely slaughter someone that happens to push your compound, you're not going to get anything else. And this is Jokers and Crew continuing to clash down on the south coast.
It's quite weird. I mean, we've already had one game, and it kind of speaks volumes about how teams are going to do weird and wonderful things. Usually when teams know where the other players are going to be, they go down the avoidance route of somehow deciding, okay, well, we'll switch this up a little bit. We won't bother. We can get the vehicles. We can move on. We can do something different. But you've got a lot of teams that are actually kind of playing next to one another, which I do find a little bit weird. Obviously, FB next to Isuba, Crew next to Jokers. It's all a bit messy, to be honest with you. And we're still seeing players already go down. Kjoran we'll go with. I'll use the silent J. He's got another knocked. Crew's literally down to less than 5 minutes in the game, and they could be going out in 16th here. This would be insane if they did.
Yeah, until these teams
that's a banger of a shot.
For the points, as Senya gets down and
They're
out.
Dead. They're gone.
That is the Crew going down already.
5 minutes on the dot.
And they're done, wiped.
In hell dies in 5 minutes?
Well,
that's pointless. Why bother even doing that?
Just back out. Just back out the fight.
Go somewhere else, for Christ's sake. That's
and the thing
trash.
is,
You shouldn't
they
do that.
should be somewhere else. They should be in Primorsk.
There is a billion places they could have gone. That is absolutely bad. Bad. And they have been punished hard. They've also, look, we talk about being fair. We talk about, having gentlemen's agreements and gentlemen's rules. I'm fine with that. You can do what you want. It is Battle Royale. It's every man for themselves, as simple as that. But the also knock-on effect is, and it's not really something you should be worried about, but now you mess up the other team that's in there. You've removed one of their players. You've ballsed up their loot path. You've taken away things from them. So you've buggered up yourself and you buggered up the other team as well. But nah, you shouldn't be going out in 16th at that stage. It's as simple as that. You can take Prim, you could take Quarry, you could take all the West Coast. There are so many areas there. Why you would even bother trying to try for that, I do not know.
Size having a pop there. They've come over already. Looks like an Octave wants to get into that compound and get moving. Penta around the farm. But going back to your point there, I mean, while they weren't hot dropped, effectively it's similar because, you know, they're going into an area they don't normally be. When you're going up against the team that's in their sort of loot area, for Jokers, I'm not too sure whether they're there all the time or whether they've adjusted just for this tournament. But the fact is, you're in their backyard. They know how to play those situations. They've been in it before. And to basically get 4-0'd effectively, you know, completely wiped, didn't take a man down. Jokers are sat there literally laughing at them because they've picked themselves up 4 kills at a point where the Jokers really need points. They've just dropped out the top 8. They've just gone down to 9th. They're absolutely loving that. The fact that they've just been gifted those 48 points before they even started.
I'm all right having a fight, but why would you take it when you've got no cover and you're lacking gear? That's what's more annoyed me. The position they were in at the bottom end of the Longwoods. And
let's face it, like Primorsk is their loot path. It's not that far away. It's not very far. I mean, you just go to Primorsk. Hey,
look, they've been punished for it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll regret it and switch things up for the next time round. But yeah, you saw the initial circle. I mean, look at that. She's almost smack bang in the center of this map, just a tiny bit more down to the south. It could swing to Sosnovka Island. If you're a betting man, you would say no, hence the reason that everyone's made their way across. I like the fact that Erangel have decided to go early because they know Tornado might be lurking in the midst, and they could set up a bridge camp and hold them back because on the opposing side they've got Jokers. So good read from them, get across early. Happy days for now. Penta sitting very central. Same for GL, same for Zem. They're all getting the compounds that they need to now. TSM have decided it's time for them to go. Gustav, being the usual IGL and being the head of the pack, head of the snake, has got ahead of it. He needs to be careful himself, though, because that road that he's on currently, it's the one where it's just it's on top of a little hill on a ridgeline with all the little mini compounds scattered across. He will get some traction here from Tornado. He's a one-man army.
Compot sees him.
This is the problem. He's only a one-man. If he gets a knocked, he's instantly going to go down. I mean, I know that's his job. Don't get me wrong. All right, so he's going to call this out. The rest of his team. The question is, I mean, look, he's got a player right below him. I don't think he's seen Melman.
No, Compot definitely saw him, and Melman is on the flank.
Melman's opposite him, as in to his right-hand side.
And they're just keeping him busy. They're just keeping him busy there. Is Melman?
They haven't seen him, Lee. That would have been a call-out for sure.
Yeah, Melman would have gone towards him, yeah.
100%.
He's just hopping along, having a great old time. Gustav just swung around. Did he just see him?
No.
No, he would have surely shot him in the back because the rest of the TSM are coming now. So they're completely unaware that there's a player
TSM are going to smash him, Lee. This could actually... They're going for the kill, I think. This isn't like...
But Melman could backstab. Gustav's give the call. Right, they're on this hill. There's the TSM coming up.
Go on, lads.
TSM going to go for it. Gustav gets the shots. Melman instantly swings, instantly pivots. Gustav's going to be unaware of this player at the side of him. Oh, he just saw him. Just saw him at that. That is timing right there. That is what it's all about. And now Gustav's going to back away from this one. So Compot's going to trying to get out of there. Gustav has been down by Melman. That was the clash, the realization there. And Gustav, he's kind of in the open, but now Wookie right on the back of them. X-Team gets caught down. Kamaka just ahead of them as well. Kamaka is going to get pushed around the side. They're going to flush out this kill. Wookie will get involved. Now, meanwhile, we're seeing 7 on the screen. They're getting caught out, and that's Mumino. What a surprise, going down first once again for 7.
There's a trade for trade here. TSM claim 1. Unfortunately, they lose one as well in the form of Gustav. You can see what they're trying to set up, but Melman's position, again, just been the overextender and just been the one trying to get a different angle. Unfortunately, it kind of messed up what they were trying to achieve. Wookie falls off the back of the bag as well. That's a feels bad, man, because it depends if TSM are in a position to actually get him back up or if the team can see him and knock him out in the open. I like what they were doing. They were going for the setup, try and get the initial knock. He missed that first headshot, but he definitely did the damage. But again, when you've got Melman in the back lines, the rest of them could have flooded up if he'd have got the knock there. Didn't quite work out. Is anyone in a position to help him out?
Till's a long way off.
He is, and unfortunately...
Oh, no, GL. We're going to see, it's the deadly front flip. But as you just saw, Game of Legion just on the exact same thing with a double. Both of them going down off the bike there. I'm just trying to see where they are.
Please learn how to drive, boys.
Yeah.
Please, please, please.
It's cost someone. So down to 3, Gamer Legion. Just had a very good performance. Obviously picked up the chicken dinner, but, you know, unforced errors in phase 1, losing a man, oh, that sucks. But they're on potato well, they are. They're set up. Alliance, by the way, just scouting. This is what 7 should have just done. 7 just came blatting it out of North George, straight over the standard camp setup, over the Crossroads Bridge by North George. And they obviously lost Mumino in the process. Oh, Wookiee's bled out.
Unless you get seen. No.
Boom.
No
So TSM
points.
down to 2.
On what could have
Phase
been
1.
a really nice aggressive set from them.
Yep.
They get the circle, thankfully. There is a bit of a saving grace there. Still a bit of water in, but it does shift towards the main island, which is happy days for everybody. Coming in straight from the north, we'll have Alliance. They could get the edge of the apartments. Again, Potato Hill would be their absolute enemy. Double drop. Excuse me, it's not a double, but there is 2 there in the open. You wouldn't expect anybody to be going for that currently. FB moving in, right-hand side. The drop has popped. Again, I'd be stunned if someone did go and collect this, saying that Max Azar did go back onto the Sosnovka
Penta, look at
previous
this
game.
on the screen. They've got a really wide 2-2 split.
Hey, there we go.
With SDF coming up behind them.
it.
Brexico just smashing
He just lasered him.
THC down. That nade's gone a little too far. But he's going to be able to get up and flush him out anyway. Sesko's just forced away. Thanks for the UAZ.
Free loop. Not going straight in to be the Goblin and the Hoover.
Look at their split, though, on the map. It's such a nice split. There's Brexico just finishing him off there. They've got this... it's a big, wide split, I would say, but it is a decent valley, right? You can't really cover it. Like, if you look in the background, you can just see the Penta signs. There you go. You can see them on the map. Udia, Fire, and Kane way off on the distance there, which 7 are kind of blasting towards. Kalimdor and Fenerbahce trying to come on by. Chris and Brexico just doing everything they can with the AKMs to just force them away. Try and pick up remnants of kills. It certainly put a bit of smoke onto that vehicle as they push in towards 7 as well. Grag's got himself in that little house all on his own. Now they're going to try and adjust, but they're going straight back towards the other 2 Penta members and towards Gamer Legion.
Dangerous waters. Plenty of shacks circling. Where do you want to land, though? That's the problem. More turreting from the window. The iron bars might block a few bullets, but it's certainly done its work in order for them to force them into the compound now. 3 players in there, and it's a very small area. Penta have got them locked in. So was...
They're getting shot from above, do they realise?
Greg. Look at all those names.
I think it is shooting them from above. I don't think they've got a clue that they're getting shot from behind at the moment. They feel it's just Greg down there.
I think the pre-smoking need to push him. I really do. I think they're going to swat him. They're going for it.
They've realised it's just one man, but is it going to be enough push? He's going to get the reload off here. Kalimdor's going to be close. Pops the door open, tries to get a peek, expecting the push. Gets a little angle. Oh, the bars screwed him over there. Is he going to get any support arriving? It doesn't matter. He's getting support from the outside. Chris gets Kalimdor down. And now this push from Fenerbahce is kind of backfired. BSD, the last man standing.
Oh, that could be brilliant.
Could finish
that could be beautiful.
Oh, no, he's come back. Run. Oh, my word. It nearly finished him off. He's got a med kit, though. He's going to use the first aid instead to try and get himself back on his feet. Meanwhile, BSD's getting time to revive Kalimdor out the back as well. Zonk does get finished off. Penta get gifted a kill there. The little underhand nade could be perfect. That's going to force him away. Meanwhile, you can see in the bottom corner here, that's a battle in Rozhok as Isuba look like they're getting pressured by Alpachinki. Kalimdor will come in. 7 will go down, and they're going to be flushed out there. Grag did what he could, but unfortunately wasn't enough. Isuba and Alpachinki. That's also a big battle for position. Zoop, the last man standing for Isuba, looks like he may have crashed back in Georgia Pole.
Well, that was a bit messy, to say the least. Interesting play from G2 here. They're pushing back to Roz. They definitely heard some shots or got some sort of call or some awareness. They've got inside Roz and they're going to get battered up on arrival. I mean, has to get the reload, 50% HP. Gets flicked off the back, though.
You don't expect the team to be at this stage.
No, so we're going to go for a long rotation, clearly, but someone else has it's just an unfortunate circumstance that they've hit each other. That's a bit unlucky. And now you have to be aware that they're going to be ahead of you. That's the problem, because they're expecting to rotate the same way.
They're kind of parallel with one another at the moment. Set and Velen, the lead cars. But both of them, I think, are going to come in behind Alliance as well. I'm pretty sure they're going to come, just keep him out in the blue.
Keep him in the blue, boys.
Keep him in the blue. The Dacia is going to go alongside each other. The bike obviously being the faster of the two, he's going to try and hop offset there and try and see if he can get a couple of shots off. But Alliance also sets up there. Moleman, where's that? Why is he going down south?
They want a piece of it. They want to get
Did they
involved.
they just saw another vehicle? Well,
Oh, look at all
Siggy's
this.
well
Look at all these
basically
cars.
set out. Moleman and everybody else going up to Potato Hill. Siggy did go for that extra UAZ. That was all they were going for. And they just spot two teams happening blasting past. Going to go for the shots. The circle hard shifts over to the west side. And that's going to cause a lot of problems.
This actually ain't bad for Alliance now. If the team works together, I'd say get in the vehicles, boys, and just bomb it. Absolutely fly to Pachinki. Get inside the circle. Try and make something happen before the rest of the boys that are all behind you. There's 3 teams up there. The remnants of TSM. You got AP and G2 all fighting for something. Turtle manages to get a shot off with the barrel at range. Didn't get the knock that came in from elsewhere. But it's Kamka who sees it through onto Alf, and they pick up 16 points for Tornado.
Oh, wait, Chemo tried to push here on Fenerbahce, and you can see they've got a double knock.
What is it with this little weird compound here?
Are they going to get
3
Anto back up? I don't
fights?
think they will. Yeah, there's a couple of fights now. Fenerbahce pressured. There is Anto going down. This is inside the zone. It's very much on the edge of the next circle, though.
Close
as
the
they
door.
back away. They're nading. Close the door. Get in the bathroom tub. You're safe in there. Getting around the side, not going to work out. Just does get himself a push. Doesn't flush it out, though. Kalimdor goes low. Didn't see the long range from Sian. And he will finish him off. So that is Fenerbahce, who just had some really good performances. They are up in the top 8. Getting flushed out in 15th place is certainly going to cost them. And at the moment, they are continuing to be chased. Oh, Alliance once again with TSM. There was only 2 members of TSM left. Now make it 1 as Rory, the last man standing. TSM, they got 7th in the last matchup. But now Rory left alone. Zupa is back moving. Oh, he's only got 2 bandages left and he's still in the blue. Phase 3, it's going to starts hurting. Certainly hurting, that's for sure. That's where it is. Al Pachinki have got a really wide sprint. Zupa, no!
Good
the
shot.
last man standing for Isuba. Very, very low. His vehicle getting peppered, but he doesn't care. He's just going to floor it.
Doot.
Oop. Rolled the Dacia.
They'll all keep doing what they can. 3 vehicles, and again, all these teams just playing, not even playing catch-up, just playing do what you can, to be honest. Scraping the barrel when it comes to points. I hope Rory and Velen have got frigging meds, otherwise they're going to be in all kinds of trouble. They're actually out in the blue. They've met one another. This is...
They're going to pop out. Oh, well, that was quick and easy.
That's so unlucky. That is unbelievably. They are... If you could bring that map up and show you where they are, in the middle of nowhere in the blue on a rotation.
North of Pachinki.
And they've literally met one another. Like, that's a feels bad. Rory's trying to put something together and he just gets caught. Like,
the odds of that is, yeah, he's trying to play it as safe as he can. Yeah.
Poor bugger.
Yeah.
Oh well.
14th place for TSM. That's a bit of a tough read as you see the flip coming out of the Dacia. They get out of it alive, but not before the shots come through.
They're all
and look
dying.
at that. You see Zuktatnam benefiting from it. Evil. And it's going to be the second one going down as well. Meanwhile, over the side, Tornado Energy Battle trying to pressure, but OHM, they're trying to pull out of the blue. Avangard, by the way, really wide, weird split at the moment for them. They've got a 2-1-1 separation split. Don't really know what the plan is for there. Zuktatnam also on a 2-2 split on the edge and outskirts of Pachinki. Sans Domicile sent it pretty early on. They've got the 4-man split in the compound that Penta were holding, of course, in the last time. Jokers are in the dip. If you watch the last game, they're in the very same dip that TSM found themselves in. And the circle pretty much going in a similar direction.
G2 are holding. They're holding the line. They managed to unfortunately lose one during that rotation. Trying to find a place of entry. Point of origin, so to speak. The Vanguard, I'm glad you mentioned them, Leagues. They haven't really reared their heads yet. The CIS boys are...
Now they are.
They're a menace to be met with, so you have to be very careful.
Tornado getting lit up. These cars have already been peppered by 2 teams as they pass on by. Where are they going to go? They've got to pass Penta. I feel Penta might benefit from this. Maybe collect a kill or 2. Kamka trying to get a pass. You can see Snoopy's pulled up. Just going to get straight in the shark. Oh, just piles straight in. It's deadly. It's like seeing a shark piling through a boat. But there it is. Max Sizer looking to try and finish off the shots. Doesn't matter. You can see Brexico going to benefit from that one. Max Sizer trying to support his teammate, but it's all a little too late.
Oh,
good night.
That's a banger of a headshot. I know we're laid down, but still to hit it just behind the vehicle. Picks up another one as well. And as you mentioned, it's Penta who just benefit from all of these teams. They do start to rotate. They've held their compound for a while. Good shots again from Brexico, straight through the window. You saw the blood. Anuctive out in the middle of nowhere and trying to stay alive. Hit the compound, do what he can. Heads on over to confirm the kill and pick up any kind of meds that's going to be on this guy, on his fallen teammate. Smokes are in abundance, but he's just looking to try and finish this one off. He's not sure if it was someone else's knock. It's a position to be in. Him and Max can play this divot.
Throw the nade out. Panic. Got no smokes. Wanted to smoke. Got to throw my HE. Get rid of it. Compot does bleed out. Tornado done and dusted. Just the one man left. Melman out
Chris
on the
can see Max. He's
edge.
got his number. Every time he's poked up, he's took a bullet, and that's only a...
Well, this is Penta territory, right? They're starting to farm. This is their area. They've been in and around here so often. OHM are trying to send it now. They're going to go right between Penta and Gamer Legion. They're going to pull up in the hillside. Bjorn spots them the second they do. He gets a little peek around the side there. Now Penta are getting pressured. That's the wrong way to go. Just getting caught out. Now he has managed to get into the compound. OHM have got one in there, but Brexico already looking to try and flush him out. Zion, meanwhile, the other teammate of OHM out on the side. Brexico's on him. Yeah, you're done and dusted. No way you're going to be able to get in and sneak in on that compound. And that gives 6 kills already for Penta. We're still 33 alive.
So one team going off. A couple of points been picked up. You can see the live rankings there. That only, in fact, that makes Penta jump on a Vanga. Only by a couple of kills, though. It's very fragile. And 2 of the boys from the CIS, and they're still in the game. Gamer Legion as well could jump them with a good placement here. TSM currently down in 4th. Will fall out of this game, unfortunately. Crew had an appalling game in this one, to be honest. 988 points down at the bottom. Only 3. Still, 13 teams. It's pretty good for this circle. You got a lot of open ground in the middle. I mean, if this one does centralize, it's just who can get to the hill first and who can hold. I mean, you keep more alive. Nice to see Alliance. They've got 4 players up, but they are split between 2. They're in a 2-2 split, but it kind of depends which team goes to town on them first. If anyone does a rotation to the left or right, they're going to get caught off guard. Beyond's going to overextend and maybe be the scout here. If he gets a pick, he can call in the crew.
Oh, there we go. Chris picks it up. That's another. That's 7-8 for Penta already. They're collecting a lot of kills in this game at the moment. Circle very much closing in. Everybody inside. If you're not in the top 8 right now, you're going to start getting worried because there is starting to be a bit of a gap developing between 7th and 8th. There's a 400-point gap. So if you're not within there, got to start picking up some wins. Zupa doing a great job for his Super Bowl. They're down in 10th, 1,400 points, 1,200 points, sorry. So he needs to get as many placement points as he can. They are consistently collecting points, which is exactly what you need right now. But the circle, it goes fairly central onto the hillside. Now, Penta's compound is just about on the edge of it, but it's a fairly, I would say, a tough hill to play on because you can get pressured. If you're on a hill, you can get pushed from front, back, left, right. You don't really know where they're going to come from sometimes.
There's a looming fight for Alliance. I think Beyond's got the number. He's in amongst them, that's for 100% sure. I also think I'm seeing some bullets on the map. I believe they've just caught a glimpse of one another. Molman's pushed up into the circles. He'll get the first footing here, get ahead of the game. Sigsy and Michael have a fight of their own. So it's a 2 versus 2 on one side, a 2 versus 4 on the other. It's how they play it. If they read this one well, they could get a good... They could literally, if they take out these teams, they will have the entirety of the Northern Ridge themselves. There is a line of sight, though, I believe, from Penta onto Alliance. That could cause problems late game. I didn't realize Joker's down here, just chilling. It's an MK with him, so he'll be 3'd up as well. All been well. So the Northern Edge is what we have to keep an eye on. The Southern Ridge, I think everyone's going to kind of chill. You might have Joker just absolutely rush the living hell out of it, and here we go. The domino has started to trickle down. Beyond finds T-Bone. That's the first connection, the first knock. He does have some support. If they can take out Beyond, it'll open up a bit of a gap because he's the lead scout there for Gamers Legion.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if they realize that Timber and Hamster are so far away defending that one. Penta continue to pick up kills. Malman goes down. That's Tornado down in 11th. Alpachinki will follow down in 10th place. So Zuktatnam decide to move in the circle. They have G2 moving towards them. That little shack smoke down as the rest of Vasco and Goodtastic come across an open field Fantastic. How's he not getting lit up by G2 here? I think they've finally realized that, hang on a minute, the entire team is right here, and the G2 could quickly wipe Zukta now if they're not careful. If they're not looking behind them, which they are not, they're completely unawares of G2 moving on them.
And that presence also helps Alliance out. Again, they seem to have everything going for the moment. Beyond sitting back while the rest of the team's moving forwards, they could end up with this northern edge if they keep trying. Zen, they can hold G2. They do have a little compound spell to back off. It's something. It's not everything, but it's at least something. The smokes will go down. They'll build the wall. They'll be able to advance forwards. This will be a good flush.
Penta are on a flush. They're going around on pushing onto Gamer Legion. Meanwhile, G2 charge through that smoke. They're caught up into the shack. Wacko's got a prime angle here. Can't pop out the nade. He gets a second double push. Comes around his teammate Zyphon. It doesn't work out for him. Aeki comes out and actually flushes the frag as well. Wacko's thinking, what just happened? Lost my teammate. That should have been a double pivot push. Should have worked out easily. Wacko in the end will flush them down. 9th place for Zuktatnam. Just 100 points with 4 men alive. G2 doing exactly what they need to climb the table.
That's pretty good from them. Puts them up a placement. Also bags them some points as well. Gets them inside the circle and they can chill for at least a minute. Chris with an aid onto Timber. Once again, still helping out Alliance up here. They've got themselves back to a team of 4. Beyond still holding his ground, though.
Oh, wow.
That's a banger of an aid, and he's down. So he can get rid of the snake in the grass, and now Anuctive knows he can continue his march forward. That's his backlines at least freed up for now, but he realizes that there is another member, or multiple members, should I say, of 7 still lurking.
Penta heard that. ODMA Fire's going to peek. It looked like they were about to pressure the back of Gamer Legion, but with the circle swinging, it means Alliance are going to be 4-man pushing from the north, Penta 4-man pushing from the east, Joker's 4-man pushing from the south, and G2 holding the west with Sans Domicile, 7, and Avangard with 1 apiece, all sitting inside. Gamer Legion being the possible spoiler here. You see Bjorn with a perfect angle. I saw it, Sigsy there, and whiffed it just a second chance. They know the positions, though, so it's not like he's giving anything away. You can see the smoke is basically saving them down low. Penta have got a great flank on the hill here, great angle, but Bjorn could play a big spoiler.
Bjorn's got balls. He's been holding his ground, and he is not afraid of nobody. He's now going to put fires onto Penta. Blue's here. Time to go. Smokes are up. Timber. Oh, the tags are coming through thick and fast. Now, oh dear, might be able to find one.
Spun around and got Alliance.
Michael managed to, unfortunately, take a bullet. Sigsy will get the heal off before he's time to run. They've also got a wall. There's only one of them left, and they're down. They're gone. Gamer Legion eliminated. 8th place for them. Felon's deciding to go for a crater this late in the game. I respect it, but it's a questionable decision to say the least. You never know. He might actually be able to use it for cover rather than getting the rest of the actual gear out of it. Alliance, they're falling down left, right, and center. There we go. Michael, he's down, he's dead. They confirm the kill. Oh, dear. 11 kills in the bag. Penta, right back on it, Lee.
Yeah, this is a fight that Alliance really need to win. They need something to lift their spirits. They have 7 games remaining, 5 tomorrow. This one they're in right now, which gives them a good position. They have the north to themselves, but they are engaged with a team that is so hot right now. Sans Domicile going down in 7th place. This is all giving more points to Alliance as they struggle, languishing down the bottom of the table alongside 7. G2 going to get flushed out by the Jokers, who've got themselves 9 kills and counting, and have a very good territory on that southern flank. Avangard and 7, of course, still sitting here with solo players. Here's Brexico smashing across the side there, getting a good look on Alliance and Gamer Legion.
Penta are pushing, Lee. All 3 members are now pushing up. One of them's held back. It's going to be Chris who will hold the line. You're having a quick look at the replays of how it did go down for Gamer Legion, but they know exactly where Alliance are, and they know they are in their way. There's a bit of a standoff. Anuctive, obviously, still the solo. He's picked up 16 points. T-Bone grabs a pick. That's good. The SLR does the job. Brexico, top slayer so far. He has been fragging like a bad man at this event. So to knock him out opens up a window of opportunity. Also puts it into a 3-on-3 engagement. Whether or not they go... Okay, they're just going to start lobbing nades and hoping to get a pick of them themselves. They don't clearly know where they are at the range just yet.
This is all playing into the hands of the Jokers. Jokers sitting...
They're going to get the res. I'm surprised Alliance haven't pushed on this because now they're back to a 4-man job.
Oh, he sees him. Dimash gets an angle on Uctive. That's going to be Avangard down in 5th place. Dimash makes it 10 kills for the Jokers. Jokers were in 9th place. They'd just been pipped out of the top 8, but this is going to bounce them right back up there. And everybody around them, it's going to be very tight for them top 8 spots. But T-Bone on the flank. Look at this, the push down low, trying to sneak up as close as he can. Penta getting a little peek across. They've been pulled their attention towards the Jokers, and it's cost him. Look at the back lines. Alliance are pushing right up behind them. Chris gets knocked and down. D-Mash doing the damage, and Penta is suddenly going to get surprised. They get pressured around the back. Chris is in trouble. Kane gets taken down.
Nice.
To go down. And Alliance doing some serious work. DMA fires suddenly the last man standing for Penta. Crab is right on top of him. The other side of the smoke.
He's just wiggling and wondering, where the hell are you? He's seen the smoke go up, and now he knows exactly there is somebody lurking in the mist. Malman again, back onto Kane. The SLR doing the job. Here comes D-Mash, should I say. He's actually smashing himself with the SLR. T-Bone with the finish. D-Mash comes in. They'll get a clean up there. That's onto Chris. 4 teams, 9 alive. And again, these SLRs at range, they are absolutely deadly.
Oh, he can't quite get him. There we go.
Takes the headshot. But they've still got 2 up. That's absolutely fine. The comp on the back of this gun's going to just wreck him at range, to be honest.
D-Mash doing work. This is something Senya talked about it in his interviews earlier on, saying how strong D-Mash was with this SLR, and I think we're seeing it right now. We haven't seen a massive amount from the Jokers so far in this tournament, but finally it seems they're delivering. Look at Senya. Senya on the flank. We're watching the tab there, but it's Senya that's on a massive flank right around the backside of T-Bone. He's going to get a surprise in a moment. We can see him just in the foreground. Senya does get himself the kill. The angle, he's on the huge flank there, gets around the side of T-Bone Moleman. Now the problem is, it looks like they're going to go down third because Crab is still sitting there. T-Bone gets picked off. Moleman doing what he can to stay alive. They're completely unaware of Crab. They know there's somebody in that smoke somewhere, but they may well give. And by the way, Seven's best ever position in this tournament so far in his top 3.
It all comes down to him just chilling in smoke. He's got 1 left. It's going to go up again. As soon as he pops this one, though, that then becomes a bit of an awareness for the players that are hanging around. They've heard it go down. He is half health. Which do you go for first? Which smoke do you aim at? He sprays. He prays.
Oh, right out the tree.
Oh, who's going to get it? Will Alliance get second? Oh, will 7. Moleman.
Oh, he's been tagged. Moleman just got smashed in that smoke.
Both been battered. Who's going to go down first?
It's a case of which smoke dissipates the earliest. Moleman is going to put another smoke down. Wisey tries to use it, gets away from the vehicle, but I think they're going to see the silhouette in a second. Obviously, we can see it quite clear as day. Crab in the meantime. Crab's actually going for the frag, and he gets around the side. Will get taken down. Kemba will find him, and that's going to give Alliance second place, but it's the winner chicken dinner. 15 kills for the Jokers. Big kill games today, and this time the Jokers are going to get launched up the table. They were just been popped out. They just dropped out the top 8, but they are going to fire themselves right back up there.
Just like that. I mean, Alliance, they're a little bit quiet because they know they've got a hell of a lot of work to do. You can see on screen, Moleman's face probably says it all, but this is what we keep saying. It's literally just past the halfway point. 4 kills in the bag and a second placement. It will do a lot, I think, for them as their personalities and what they want to do to go into this one and their mindset. This will now jump them up the leaderboard. But Jokers, it seems to be when one team just feels it on this map and just thinks, right, balls to it, we're having it, lads. And they just crack on and really pick up teams. Kind of like, you remember how Avanga used to play, where it was just like, okay, there's a fight here. I really want to get involved in it. Let's just dive on in, wait until we actually hear what's going on, and once we can